The Secret Door Network. Book 1, Chapter 6, The Game Unfolds. The weight of what they had uncovered settled over the trio as they sat in stunned silence. The discovery of the hidden message board inside their own system felt like a violation, but also a challenge, one they couldn't resist. Violet was the first to break the silence. "He's been playing with us the whole time. We thought we were in control." May leaned forward, her hands clasped together as she stared at the screen. "We built this. How could he hide an entire layer without us noticing?" Lina's fingers hovered over the keyboard. "He's been planting pieces along the way, making us think we were solving riddles and opening doors. But all the while, he's been building something else. Something we weren't meant to find until now." Violet sighed, rubbing her temples. "So what's next? Do we keep going? Or do we shut this whole thing down?" Lina didn't hesitate. "We keep going." May shot her a glance. "You sure about that? We don't even know what we're dealing with." Lina met her gaze, determined. "That's exactly why we need to keep going. He's challenging us, and we're not going to back down now." Violet nodded slowly, her excitement returning. "All right, then. Let's see what 1-800-5194 has in store for us." Lina began navigating the new message board, her fingers gliding over the keys with practiced ease. The layout was similar to their original design, but there were subtle differences, hidden pathways and encrypted sections that weren't immediately obvious. "This whole thing feels like a map," Lina muttered, zooming in on a series of interconnected threads. "He's guiding us through it, step by step." May studied the screen, her eyes narrowing as she traced the patterns with her finger. "It's almost like he's leading us somewhere." Violet raised an eyebrow. "Where, though? What's at the end of this?" Lina paused, her fingers stilling on the keyboard. "That's what we need to find out." The hidden message board was vast, with layers of encryption and pathways that seemed to branch out endlessly. Each door they unlocked led to another, but the further they went, the more cryptic the clues became. It was a puzzle within a puzzle, and 1-800-5194 star was always just ahead of them, leaving breadcrumbs in the form of riddles and hidden messages. Hours passed as they delved deeper, the coffee shop around them fading into the background. The sun had begun to set, casting long shadows across the room as the trio remained engrossed in their work. They had lost track of time, consumed by the challenge that lay before them. Finally, Lina sat back with a frustrated sigh. "He's toying with us." May rubbed her eyes, exhaustion creeping into her voice. "It's like every time we think we're getting closer, he throws another riddle at us." Violet crossed her arms, her gaze fixed on the screen. "That's the point, though, isn't it? He doesn't want us to find the end. Not yet, anyway." Lina's phone buzzed, and she glanced at it, her eyebrows furrowing. Another message. She unlocked the phone and opened the notification. It was from the hidden board, another riddle from 1-800-5194. She read it aloud. "You've come this far, but the real game is only just beginning. To unlock the final door, you must go back to where it all started." May groaned. "Go back? What does that even mean?" Violet's eyes lit up with sudden realization. The coffee shop. Lina blinked, processing the idea. "You think he means here?" Violet nodded, her excitement building. "Think about it. He's always here. Every time we've made a breakthrough, he's been right here, watching us. Maybe the clue isn't in the code, it's in the shop." May glanced around the room, her skepticism obvious. "You really think he's hidden something here?" Lina considered the possibility. "It's not that far-fetched. He's been following us for weeks. Maybe he planted something, some physical clue." Violet stood up, her determination clear. "There's only one way to find out." The three women began searching the coffee shop, carefully inspecting the corners of the room, the walls, the tables, and even the counter where the barista watched them curiously. They scoured every inch, looking for anything that seemed out of place. After what felt like an eternity, May let out a small gasp. "Guys, over here." Lina and Violet rushed over to where May was standing, near the table where the man with the fedora always sat. There, etched into the underside of the table, was a small, almost invisible mark, a symbol they recognized from the hidden message board. Lina's heart raced. "It's the same symbol from the encryption." Violet grinned. "I knew it. He's been leading us here the whole time." May shook her head in disbelief. So what now? We've found the symbol. What's next? Lina pulled out her phone and took a picture of the symbol. We go back to the board. Whatever this is, it's the key to the next door. As they made their way back to the table, the realization settled in. The man with the fedora had been guiding them not just through the digital world, but the physical one as well. The game was deeper than they had imagined, and they were only just beginning to understand its true scope.